From the Samsung Production Studios in the heart of Hazleton, Pennsylvania, it's your News 13.
Brought to you by SSP TV and the Standard Speaker.
Well, welcome back, everyone. We apologize for some technical difficulties that we're having tonight, but we think we have the situation all under control. Now, we get back to our top story. Local veterans are not happy with Hazleton city officials. It all deals with a tree and war monuments. Well-known Army veteran Joseph Sarge Heinz says he's been getting 4 to 5 calls a week from his fellow war heroes wanting to know when these monuments in front of Hazleton City Hall will be moved so they can actually be seen. This past year, city officials decided that the Christmas tree would become a permanent fixture outside of City Hall instead of every year looking for a new tree. The only problem is now the war monuments that sit outside of City Hall are blocked by that tree. This angered some veterans who asked the city to do something, either move the tree or relocate the monuments. Hazleton Mayor Joe Yanuzzi heard the cries of veterans and tells News 13 he is working hard to get those monuments moved. He understands why the veterans are angry, but what it comes down to is money. Sarge hopes the job can be done sooner than later.
I keep getting calls from the veterans of the area and from Hazleton wanting to know what's going on. He says the memorial represents all the wars that the people in the city have been in, and they're veterans, and now they hide it behind this Christmas tree. They didn't use their brains when they put the Christmas tree, and they could have put it on the other side. Now they keep giving us excuses why they don't move the monument, why it's going to move it. We got 2.5 months, and it's going to be Armed Forces Day, and it's still not moved.
According to Mayor Yanuzzi, it's going to cost anywhere from $2,500 to $3,000 to move the monuments to Memorial Park at the corner of Diamond Avenue and Church Street. The monuments will need to be taken apart and a crane used to move them out. Then they will need to be reassembled at the park. There will also need to be a cement base poured for the marble monuments to sit on. A monument company will need to be hired to do that. The city is looking for donations of any kind to help make that happen. Also, if anyone has a crane that can be donated to do the job, the mayor says that would be a big help too. If you're interested in helping make this important move happen for the veterans, call the mayor's office at 459-4910. Again, Sarge hopes the monuments can be at their new home by Armed Forces Day, if not before. 2 West Hazleton police officers were hurt after a Hazleton man put up a fight and struggled with those officers who were trying to arrest him. This is 23-year-old Ronaldo Hernandez Montanez. West Hazleton police say early Sunday morning, right around 2:30, officers Nick Stetchak and Bob Minnick were on patrol when they saw Hernandez Montanez running south on 4th Street. The officers wanted to know why he was running and stopped him. Police say Hernandez Montanez appeared to be intoxicated and stumbled to the police cruiser. Police asked him to back away from the vehicle several times. He refused, and while trying to handcuff Hernandez Montanez, he struggled with officers pushing them away from him and resisting arrest. He was told if he did not stop, he would be hit with a taser gun. Police needed to follow through with that warning, and Hernandez Montanez was tased twice. After the struggle, Officer Stetchak sustained knee and arm injuries, and Officer Minnick suffered the same type of injuries. The 2 officers also had scrapes and bruises. Both went to the hospital and were treated and released. As for Hernandez Montanez, he sits in a jail cell tonight. State police continue to search for an inmate who escaped from the MnSec halfway house in downtown Hazleton. 39-year-old Richard Hazleton of Scranton was given a pass to leave the facility temporarily on Friday. He was to return by 4 p.m. and never showed. There's now a warrant for his arrest. Hazleton is described as a white male, 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing 180 pounds. He was last seen wearing khaki shorts, work boots, a gray t-shirt with a logo, and black baseball cap. Hazleton marks the second escapee from the halfway house in a week's time. Thanks to some alert neighbors who heard some out-of-the-ordinary noises coming from inside a home, police and firefighters were able to save a West Hazleton double-block home from completely going up in flames. The West Hazleton Fire Department called to this vacant double-block home in the 200 block of East Broad Street Saturday night around 10. We're told smoke from a phone book left on a lit burner on the stove was the start of the fire. An empty 5-gallon gas can and a tub full of kerosene were also left in a bathroom. West Hazelton police tell News 13 someone intentionally set the fire and set the building up for an arson. Police who were first on the scene found both back doors of the home forced open and 2 rear windows smashed, and their eyes were burning when they hit the smoke inside the building. Police ask anyone with information on this attempted arson to dial 911. We know police were at the home in the past months where they found the place stripped of copper wire and piping. Take a look at these pictures sent to News 13 via our Facebook page. The flames were intense for firefighters who worked hard to douse the fire that engulfed the car along Route 93. The call came in around 10 Saturday morning near drums along 93. We're told the folks inside the car made it out safely and were just actually traveling through the area. The car and everything inside of it, a total loss. No word on what sparked the car fire. A Hazel Township man was cited by police for selling illegal fireworks. Hazelton City Police tell us Stanley Arthur Jr. was working at Pure Platinum Fireworks on South Pine Street in Hazelton when the illegal sale was made back on July 9th. Arthur will have to answer to the charges against him at District Court. Stay with us tonight on News 13. We have a look at your hot forecast coming up. Ronnie's also in with trivia treats, plus this week's golf tip. If you plan on hitting the green, stick around for some great golf advice. Also ahead tonight, fresh fruit and veggies all on sale this weekend. We stop by the downtown farmers market coming up.
SSP TV Sports on News 13 with Fred Barletta Jr. and Ron Marchetti.
Well, Little League Baseball, it's starting to wind down. 10, 11-year-olds, they're still playing districts, and the 12-year-olds, well, they're getting ready for sectionals. And over the weekend, Franklin Township outlasted Valley East. So the local guys, they're out. Franklin Township, Tamaqua, the only 2 teams left in that 10-11 tournament. From Little League, let's go to the minor leagues where Russ Kanzler, I'm telling you, he is heating up. Long ball, double, couple of RBIs. Kanzler wasn't enough, though. He had a bunch of the hits, but Indianapolis scored more runs. Indianapolis 4-3 winners over the Clippers. Meanwhile, Kyle Landis didn't pitch. His Akron club, 2-1 winners over Altoona. Go back to the AAA, where you've got Scranton Wilkes-Barre doubling up on Syracuse, and the Iron Pigs got edged out by the Norfolk Tide, 6-5 final in that one. Your schedule in the minor leagues tonight, well, Columbus, they will come on home after the road trip. They're entertaining the Louisville Bats tonight. Akron, they stay home. They're taking on Harrisburg, the Senators, and Scranton Wilkes-Barre Yankees. Although they're not in Scranton Wilkes-Barre, they're home against Charlotte and the Iron Pigs. They continue their road trip. They go from Virginia down to the Carolinas, and they take on Durham. Major leagues, well, the Yankees, out of the gate, they won 2 out of 3. They'll continue the homestand. They play Toronto tonight. Joe Madden's club, well, they have now started the All-Star break, losing 2 out of 3, but they'll try again tonight against the Cleveland Indians. The Indians, who little surprise team, but they slipped down to 3rd place now. We'll see what happens in Tampa tonight. Pirates are in Colorado, and the Phillies. They're on the West Coast, so if you want to stay up late tonight, you could see the Phils. They won 2 out of 3, but Phils are still 14 games behind the Washington Nationals. That's almost hard to believe.
And tonight we're brought to you by our friends at Stripes and Strikes. Make the right call and get down to Stripes and Strikes, because baseball season is here. Now we're talking baseball pants, jerseys, hats, gloves, bats, batting gloves, bags, catcher's equipment. You got league discounts available. All the top name brands, Wilson, Rawlings, DeMarini, and Diamond. Check it out at Stripes and Strikes, your headquarters for softball and baseball. Look for the big green awning down across from Gianetti's Best Western on Route 309 in Hazleton.
Monday, July 16. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Trivia Treats. On this day, in 1920, the New York Giants scored 7 runs in the 17th inning to beat the Pirates 7-0 at Forbes Field in Pittsburgh. The 2 starting pitchers, Rube Benton of the Giants and Earl Hamilton of the Pirates, both pitched 16 consecutive scoreless innings in a remarkable duel. I wonder what their pitch count was. 20 years ago, in 1999, David Cone of the Yankees pitched a perfect game to defeat the Montreal Expos. 6-0 at Yankee Stadium on Yogi Berra Day. And to celebrate, Don Larson attended. Larson had pitched a perfect game in the 1956 World Series with Berra as his catcher, which has never been duplicated in the World Series. Larson threw out the ceremonial first pitch to Yogi. In the 9th, Cone completed his perfecto when Orlando Cabrera hit a 1-1 pitch for a foul pop out to third baseman Scott Brocious. Cone threw only 88 pitches that game while striking out 10 on a day in which the temperature reached 92 degrees, like today. But after that perfect game, Cone never pitched another complete game in his next 71 starts and was 16-29 before his days in the majors came to an end in 2003. The captain of the Brooklyn Dodgers, Pee Wee Reese, would have turned 94 today, and Don Drysdale, also of the Dodgers in L.A., would be celebrating his 76th birthday if he was alive. And also on this very day, in 1962, exactly 50 years ago, a live sports event was telecast from the United States to Europe for the first time when a small portion of the Cubs' 5-3 loss to the Phillies at Wrigley Field was beamed across the Atlantic. Millions in 18 countries on the European continent watched second baseman Tony Taylor of the Phillies fly out to George Altman in right field. The crowd of 6,699 at the ballpark were informed of the historic program over the public address system and waved to the camera as it panned over the grandstand. The transmission was made possible by the Telestar, the world's first communication satellite, which was sent into space on July 10th, 1962. In addition to the Wrigley Field scene, Europeans were able to witness part of President John F. Kennedy's press conference and views of the New York skyline, Niagara Falls, San Francisco's Golden Gate Bridge, the U.S.-Mexican border, the Seattle World's Fair, and Mount Rushmore. Mother of God, I will see you on Friday right here. Till then, be a good sport and stay loose.
Good evening. I'm Chuck Jumper, the teaching pro here at Sand Springs, and today's tip is going to be about your grip. We're going to grip it so that you can hit it far. The grip is the most important fundamental in the golf swing. Now, I've marked up my glove here to give you an example of where the pressure point should be in the hand. John Jacobs, one of the greatest teachers of all time, said he's never seen a good golfer with a bad grip or a bad golfer with a good grip. These markings will represent what Annika Sorenstam would call her 6-finger grip. The club needs to go into the fingers, the butt of the club, in the 2 joints that I've shown marked there, and the heel of the hand should hold the club that way. So you should be able to, with just your index finger and the heel of your hand, be able to balance your club. This is a good little living room drill for you to do too, because it'll build up those muscles. Once that hand is on, your lower hand goes on in the exact same fashion, so that when you're holding the club, the 2 little V's that are formed by the index finger and the thumb will both be pointing towards your back ear. For a right-hander, that's at my right ear. If I were lefty, it would be pointing more at my left ear. But those 2 little V's pointing at your ear, grip it for consistency, you'll be able to hit it much better.
Alrighty, here are your winning midday lottery numbers for this Monday. Daily number 378, Big 4 7201, Quinto 76492, and Treasure Hunt 6 14 15 25 29. Good luck.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's social news. A very happy birthday to Joe Gabby Galbiati. This wish comes with love from your family and friends. And now for tonight's Talk of the Town. The L.J. Ferdinand Hazelton group of the Men of Malvern Retreat. This will be held Friday, July 20th through Sunday, July 22nd at the Malvern Retreat Home. Anyone interested can call 929-1173 for more information. And there will be delicious homemade foods at the Transfiguration Church on sale July 21st from 5 to 10 and July 22nd from noon to 9. There will be potato cakes, halupki, halushki, pierogies, fried dough, french fries, and much more. And that's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 extends our deepest sympathies to the family and friends of these recently departed. Helen Maisley of Trifton. The funeral will be Wednesday at 9:30 a.m. from the McKee-Wilczek Funeral Home. Friends may call Tuesday from 4 to 7 p.m. John A. Velgus of Whitehaven. The funeral will be held Tuesday at 9:30 a.m. from the Lehman Family Funeral Home. Friends may call Monday from 6 to 8 p.m. Helen McNally of Hazelton. The funeral will be Tuesday at 9:45 a.m. from the Boyle Funeral Home. Friends may call Tuesday from 9 to 9:45 a.m. And Sue B. Tackett of Trescow. The funeral will be Tuesday at 9:30 a.m. from the Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home. Friends may call Monday from 6 to 8 p.m. Tonight's obituaries have been brought to you by the Smilax Floral Shop on 15th Street in Hazelton. Free delivery to all local funeral homes. Call 570-454-0111. And by Mia's. Don't settle for the second best when dining out. Discover Mia's new low-price dinner menu for 2012. Remember, there's plenty of free gated parking in the Markle Building lot. Find us on the web at miasrestaurant.com or follow us on Facebook.
Well, we have a little postponement to pass along to all of you tonight. The concert in the park in Beaver Meadows has been pushed back until July 29th. The Beaver Meadows Citizens for Recreation concert featuring Mike Shima has been rescheduled to July 29th at 6 p.m. That concert was set to happen tonight. You're reminded if you're going to attend on the 29th, make sure you bring a blanket or a chair with you. Food and refreshments will be provided and on hand. All proceeds go to the Beaver Meadows Citizens for Recreation. This past Sunday, a benefit softball game took place, all to help out one local Little League. The McAdoo Fire Company firefighters took on the McAdoo Little League coaches in a softball game. The game kicked off at 2 p.m. There were lots of food and raffles. The game was an interesting one, to say the least. Firefighters ruled the first part of the game, but in the end, the coaches took the victory with a score of 25-23. All the money raised goes to help with the upkeep of the field. Both the firefighters and the coaches, I'm sure, are moving a little slower today. Hats off to the firefighters and the coaches, of course, for coming out and supporting the youth in the area. The summer's heating up in our area again. We're going to see some hot temps on Tuesday. But before we talk about the forecast, let's take a look at tonight's creative condition. Sent to us by Jace Arroyo from the West Hazelton Elementary School. We are told that this is a picture of a sunny day and people are going surfing at the beach. I would like to be doing that myself right now. And tonight's forecast, we're going to see mostly clear skies. Kind of mild, low down to 56, but tomorrow, get ready, it's going to heat up. We're going to hit the 90s in some parts, 89 here in Hazelton. Sunny skies throughout your day. We'll take a look at the next 4 days ahead coming up a little later. But for now, your forecast brought to you by Just Windows and much, much more. 636-1133 First Street in Freeland. JustWindowsAndMore.com is the website. You can stop by. Showroom hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 4:30, or Saturday, 8 to 1. All right, SSP TV News 13 and the Standard Speaker will once again team up for the 3rd annual Media Day in downtown Hazelton. As always, the entire community is invited and encouraged to attend this event coming up Tuesday, July 24th from 6 to 8 p.m. Check out the event live as we broadcast from the streets of downtown Hazelton, or better yet, come join in on the excitement in person. This event will feature an assortment of fun, including dinosaurs from Bill's Old Bike Barn and Museum. Bring the kids, come get their picture taken with these prehistoric animals, or have them take a ride on the carousel horses, which he's bringing, weather permitting. Tux the Penguin will be making a special appearance to sign autographs and take pictures with the kiddos. Get a chance to meet our staff along with other local celebrities and elected officials. Enjoy the sound of Greg Palmer as he hits Broad Street live. Watch the dancers of Tracy's Dance Academy. Local organizations like Victory Bible Church, plus a variety of vendors will be on hand. Media Night's also a time to win big. Full day passes to Aussies and the Renaissance Fair will be up for grabs. Win tickets to Regal cinema or pay-per-view movies. Our News 13 studio located at 109 West Broad Street, downtown Hazleton. Make sure you stop by between 6 and 8 Tuesday, July 24th. Always an exciting night. Stay with us right here on News 13. We have much more headed your way next. A car flipped into the woods this afternoon in Butler Township. Initial reports were that the car was on fire and the driver was trapped. It's where we begin right now.
From the Samson Production Studios in the heart of Hazleton, Pennsylvania, it's your News 13.
Hey again, everyone. Thanks so much for staying with us tonight. I'm Kristen Bazinski. Well, a car flipped off the highway this afternoon in Butler Township. Take a look at this video News 13 captured just before 3 o'clock today on the ramp off of Interstate 81 onto Interstate 80. Initial reports from passerbys were that the car was actually on fire and the driver was trapped. When firefighters got there, they found no flames and the driver reportedly got himself out of the car on their own. He or she did go to the hospital in an ambulance from that crash scene. And take a look at this mishap that happened at the Pilot on Route 93 in the parking lot. A box truck somehow went out of control, striking 5 vehicles, including a tractor trailer. Sugarloaf Township police are still investigating exactly what went wrong. Luckily, we're told no one was hurt. The fire department was called in to take care of some fluids that leaked onto the parking lot here in Sugarloaf Township. Sugarloaf police are also investigating a burglary that happened yesterday at a trucking company on West County Road. Surveillance cameras inside that business were able to capture a few shots of the burglar in action. No word on what the thief got away with. If he looks familiar to you, or if you know anything about this crime, call police. That number 788-5339. All information will remain confidential. Well, with all the recent controversy over an ordinance that could cancel Hazleton's Fun Fest in the future, one sure sign that Fun Fest will go on as planned this year, the banners hanging in downtown Hazleton. Today, News 13 found the blue and yellow banners representing the business sponsors for the street fair. They're all hanging above the streets in the downtown area where Fun Fest takes place. This year, Fun Fest is set for September 8th and 9th. City Streets workers started putting the banners up at the end of last week. There are over 60 banners total. You can get more on Fun Fest by heading to the website at funfestpa.org. Fresh fruits and veggies, plus so much more, all available in downtown Hazleton each and every Saturday, now through the fall season. News 13 stopping by the kickoff for the downtown Hazleton Farmers Market Saturday. This is the second season for the market, which is set up right next to the Markle building in the parking lot. From local farmers selling fresh produce to cooking demonstrations, live entertainment, workshops, free giveaways, and so much more, this is more than just a farmer's market. It's also a wealth of information for Greater Hazleton residents. Some politicians even take part.
This is going to take place every Saturday from 9 to 1 p.m. Up until October 6th. So every Saturday after today, too, we encourage everybody to come downtown and support the farmers. Well, we're supporting fresh produce, local farmers. So it's all about keeping produce and items and supporting the local farmers and other groups that are here.
Each week you will find new vendors and special guests and, of course, great fresh fruit and produce. Again, the Farmers Market is every Saturday through October in downtown Hazleton. For more information, you can visit the Chamber's website or call the Chamber at 455-1509. And we have to add, we missed a little interview there, but it was with a representative from Senator Udechak's office who was on hand talking to constituents and handing out information at the Farmers Market. Well, Community Park in Hazel Township came alive with the sounds of salsa and the smell of some home-cooked Latino foods. It was the 3rd annual Latin Festival Saturday from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. The park was filled with dancers, singers, DJs, face painting, pony rides, and of course food. Lots of it and a large variety. People of all cultures gathered for the festival, which we're told is the goal to share cultures and integrate the community.
We have a lot of entertainment for children, for adults. We have a food festival Latin music, a lot of contests, prizes, but the best part is bring the community together. That is what we want, and that's what we are seeing here. People from different ethnicity coming here, enjoying the food, enjoying the day. That's what all we want. We don't want other things than just put the community together. The Latin culture is sharing their culture with the local culture.
Many local businesses helped make Saturday's festival a complete success for the third year in a row. There was even a health fair presented by the Greater Hazleton Health Alliance and other health professionals. Coming up tonight, police are now searching for yet another MnSec resident who skipped town, never returning to the halfway house. And still to come tonight, the temps for this week are going to be hot, hot, hot. What the forecast looks like for our area, coming your way next. We're being told that the death of a West Hazleton man is not suspicious tonight. West Hazleton police, along with the state police crime scene investigators and the coroner, were all called to a home on Quincy Street early this afternoon. West Hazleton police tell News 13 it looks like the person who died suffered a medical condition and that this is not a criminal investigation. 2 West Hazleton police officers were hurt after a Hazleton man put up a fight and struggled with the officers who were trying to arrest him. This is 23-year-old Ronaldo Hernandez Montanez. West Hazleton police say early Sunday morning, right around 2:30, officers Nick Stetchak and Bob Minnick were on patrol when they saw Hernandez Montanez running south on 4th Street. The officers wanted to know why he was running and stopped him. Police say Hernandez Montanez appeared intoxicated and stumbled to the police cruiser. Police asked him to back away from the vehicle several times. The man refused. While trying to handcuff Hernandez Montanez, he struggled with officers pushing them away from him and resisting arrest. He was told if he did not stop, he would be hit with a taser gun. Police needed to follow through with that warning, and Hernandez Montanez was tased twice. After the struggle ended, Officer Stetchak sustained knee and arm injuries. Officer Minnick suffered the same type of injuries. The 2 officers also had scrapes and bruises. Both went to the hospital and were treated and released. As for Hernandez Montanez, he sits in a jail cell tonight. State police continue to search for an inmate who escaped from the MnSec halfway house in downtown Hazleton. 39-year-old Richard Hazleton of Scranton was given a pass to leave the facility temporarily on Friday. He was to return by 4 p.m. and never showed. There's now a warrant out for his arrest. Hazleton is described as a white male, 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing 180 pounds. He was last seen wearing khaki shorts, work boots, a gray t-shirt with a logo, and a black baseball cap. Hazleton marks the second escapee from the halfway house in just a week's time. Thanks to some alert neighbors who heard some out-of-the-ordinary noises coming from inside a vacant home, police and firefighters were able to save the West Hazleton residents from completely going up in flames. The West Hazleton Fire Department called to this vacant double-block home in the 200 block of East Broad Street Saturday night around 10. We're told smoke from a phone book left on a lit burner of the stove was the start of the fire. An empty 5-gallon gas can and a tub full of kerosene found in a bathroom. West Hazleton police tell News 13 someone intentionally set the fire and set the building up for an arson. Police who were first on the scene found both back doors on the home forced open and 2 rear windows smashed. Their eyes were also burning when they entered the home from the smoke. Police ask anyone with information on this attempted arson to dial 911. We know police were at the home in the past months where they found the place stripped of copper wire and piping. Stay with us tonight on News 13. Your hot, hot, hot forecast is on deck. We are in the middle of yet another heat wave. And we pedal on over to Hazleton's BMX track where some riders were racing their hearts out over the weekend. Stick around for some bike action right after sports with Freddie B. Well, it's a heat wave once again, folks, and tonight's going to be pretty warm leading into a very hot Tuesday. It may be the perfect day to splash in the water or sit in the AC on Tuesday. We'll tell you why in just a moment, but first, we want to share this creative condition sent to us by Jace Arroyo from the West Hazleton Elementary School, telling us that this is a picture of a sunny day and people surfing on the beach. All right, mostly clear skies for tonight with a low down to 65 degrees. Here is your 4-day outlook. Tuesday, 89. We're going to hit 90 in some parts. We're only going to dip down to 67. Wednesday, look for thunderstorms, 86. By Thursday, we're going to be down to 80. And by Friday, we're going to be down into the 70s. What a change from tomorrow. So get ready for the heat tomorrow, folks. Make sure you stay safe. Stay indoors in the air conditioning or find a way to cool off. The Lazy Dog Salon bringing you tonight's forecast. 529 North Broad Street, West Hazelton. Call 459-0310 to make an appointment for your furry friend. It's hot out there. Get the fur shaved off or give him a haircut or something. It's all at the Lazy Dog. Valley High Drive, and you can cool off there with some ice cream, milkshakes, ice cream cones, good food. Anything you want, anything your belly wants, I should say, you can find at Valley High Drive-In, Route 93, West Hazelton. Finally tonight, we need to show some love for some talented kids from Greater Hazelton and beyond who all showed up at the City View BMX track over the weekend and pedaled their hearts out. Saturday marked the Red Line Cup race. The competitors win points and they accumulate throughout the season as more races are held. This race was worth triple points. BMXers of all ages were ready to ride their way to a victory.
I love racing. This is actually my 6th year racing, and I love coming out to events like this where you get to see all the riders from all over come together and race. You get to see all your friends and racers.
Are you excited for it?
Yeah.
Yeah? Why are you excited?
Because I like BMXing.
You like BMXing? Do you see a lot of your friends here?
Some of them.
Are you excited about the big race?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because it's a racing with
number on your bike, otherwise you will not get scored correctly.
Are you gonna win?
Mm-hmm.
You're a racer here today?
Yeah.
Are you excited for the big race?
Yes. Yeah.
Why?
I just like this because it's just fun. I just like BMXing.
Are you excited for the race today?
Yeah.
What does it mean to you?
Chappelle hard.
We have people from all over New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, Texas, all over the place. It's a big race. You have to have so many qualifiers and to do this.
Well, congratulations to all of the riders who competed over the weekend. Win or lose, everyone gave it their best shot. For more information on the City View BMX track, check out hazeltoncityview.com. And that'll do it for us tonight. Thanks so much for making us a part of your day. Don't forget you can catch a rebroadcast throughout tonight or simply go to our website, ssptv.com. That's where you're going to find everything Greater Hazelton and beyond. It's all just a click away. On behalf of all of us here at News 13, have yourselves a safe night, stay cool, and we'll see you back here tomorrow, same time, same place. Good night.